Magandang gabi. Okay, today we're going to talk about the freedom of speech and why it is called the freedom of speech and why it is not defined by what you think. And that this is going to be a little bit tough because we might not be saying things that you like to hear. Kadamihan kasi sa atin, ina-approach natin itong problema na ito dahil dun sa narinig natin tungkol dun sa cheering competition sa UP Visayas. So marami sa atin dito, galit, naghahanap ng paraan para parusahan yung mga ayaw natin, yung mga nagsalita na mga ayaw nating marinig. Pero gusto ko rin i-emphasize na pareho kami. Hi Doc Ethel, hi Dwayne. Kaya natin ginagawa ito dahil gusto kong i-emphasize na pareho kami ng panig o pareho kami ng paniniwala ng ating Pangulo. Kasi ang latest development, sige, umpisahan natin dito sa problema. Ang problema na nakikita natin ay merong cheer, ang UP Visayas, may competition, cheering competition ng UP Visayas at yung isang team, yung Skimmers, meron silang performance at yung performance na yon, meron silang sinabi na let's kill this president. Bahagi yon ng mahabang 17 minutes actually yung video. Pero yung cheer itself siguro a lot less than that. Boring in some parts pa pwede na, some portions of that ignorant. Pero syempre marami sa atin, hindi natin na narinig yung ibang parts of that. Ang narinig lang natin at nagiging emphasis ay yun na nga, yung let's kill this president. At syempre, nag-cause ito ng malaking galit, understandable din naman, dahil maraming nagmamahal dun sa Pangulo. Pero kaya maraming nagtatanong, hindi ba pwedeng parusahan ng mga ito? And ito po yung sinasabi ko. Kung pag-uusapan natin ang freedom of speech, unang-una, kailangan i-emphasize natin na the rule is, it is a freedom. So it is not defined by its limitations. And in fact, hindi nga sinasabi ng batas, the law doesn't simply talk about limitations. It talks more about, the consequences of the things that you can or cannot say. Okay, so mag-umpisa tayo. Ano ba ang freedom of speech? Umpisahan natin dun sa salita na freedom. Anong ibig sabihin ng freedom? Hindi ba kalayaan yon? At kapag sinabi mong kalayaan, ibig sabihin, guys, mamaya na yung questions, pwede. At saka yung mga tanong-tanong na hindi ba seditious yan, yung mga ganyan. Unang-una, sedition isn't what you think. And if ever, it's inciting to sedition. So there's a world of difference between those, ha? So, the reason sinasabi ng ating saligang batas is kalayaan siya. So, you have to think of it, of freedom. How will you visualize freedom? Paano mo isa sa isip ang kalayaan? Ang kalayaan, pwede mong i-visualize as isang space. Okay? Free space. In fact, sinasabi yan ng Korte Suprema. Kadalasan sa mga opinion nila, sinasabi nila, kailangan may lugar, may space for you to express yourself. So, anong nakalagay sa ating saligang batas? Ang saligang, guys, I'm not even going to talk about performance here. Focus on the issue. Okay? So, what we're saying is that when you say freedom, you imagine it to be a space. So, ibig sabihin ng space na yan, pwede kang tumalon, pwede kang mag-cartwheels, pwede kang gumalaw. You can move around in that space. And in that particular space, pwede kang magsalita, pwede kang kumanta, pwede kang magbihis nang naaayon sa naiisip mo. Okay? Naaayon dun sa iyong gustong artistic expression. So, space ang freedom. Ngayon, marami sa inyo, hindi ba may limitations ang freedom? Wait lang! Wala pa tayo doon. The law actually, while it talks about limitations, actually, ang definition niyan is more like guidelines. Bakit? Kasi ang rule dito, sinasabi parating ng Korte Suprema, malaya tayong magpahayag, malaya tayong magsalita, malaya tayong mag-express ng sarili natin. At hindi lang po speech na written or spoken yan, pati pagbihis natin, bahagi ng freedom of expression yan. Pati yung mga pinipinta natin, mga nililikha natin, bahagi yan ng expression. Ngayon, ang dami pa rin sa inyo nag-iisip, hindi ba na may limitasyon yan? Hindi mo pwedeng gawin ito, ganyan-ganyan. The law doesn't talk about that. Kasi sinasabi natin space, di ba? Oo, meron tayong mga, parang kunwari, may lupa ka. So may boundaries yung lupa na yon. But does the law talk about it that way? Not exactly, although it does. It talks more about how you fill up that space. Halimbawa, ito yung space ko. Ito lupa ko, malawak itong lugar na to. Dito, sa isang lugar, may bangin. Dito sa isang lugar, may may lake. Okay? Sinasabi ng batas, huwag kang lumapit dun sa bangin kasi mahuhulog ka. Sinasabi ng batas, pagka masyado yung pwede kang magtampisaw dun sa lake. Pero pagka nandun ka na sa bandang gitna, baka malunod ka. Okay? So the law talks about consequences more than it does about limitations. Bakit? Sinasabi ng batas natin, bawal yung prior restraint. Okay? Ano yung prior restraint? Hindi ka maaaring mag-prevent ng isang tao na magsalita. Hindi mo maaaring pigilan yung bibig. Hindi mo pwedeng busalan ng tao. Hindi mo pwedeng piringan. Hindi mo pwedeng itali ang kamay kung ang expression niya ay nasa kamay. Okay? Hindi pwedeng ina-allow yan. Kaya nga tinatawag natin na space. So sinasabi ni Arvik kagad, unlimited space, ayan ka na naman sa limitations eh. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, huwag niyong isipin muna ang limitations. Ang pinag-uusapan kasi ng batas ay consequences. Kaya ulitin ko yan. You have to break away from the mindset of limitations para maintindihan nyo kung bakit hindi kayo pinanigan ng ating Pangulo. We're talking about consequences, the effect of that speech. Yun ang sinasabi ng ating Korte Suprema. Pwede kang magsalita, pero pag nagsalita ka at may nasaktan, then that is where the law comes in. So, do we talk about things like abuse of freedom, limitations of freedom? No, the law talks about freedom. It talks about space. And then it says, may consequences din yan. Okay? So, ang unang-unang kung hindi papansinin dito yung mga comments na gumagamit ng word na limitations. Kasi nga, that's not what it's about. Okay? And while yes, the law says limits, what it actually talks about are consequences. Okay? So, bakit? Halimbawa, libel. Anong sabi ng batas tungkol sa libel? Libel is a malicious imputation of a crime, vice, or defect, real or imaginary, or any act, omission, condition, status, or circumstance tending to cause dishonor, discredit, contempt of any person, natural or juridical, or to blacken the memory of a person who is dead. So pwedeng malibel yung patay, ha? Tandaan niyo yan. Ano yun? It tends to cause dishonor, discredit, or contempt. So does the law say, stop, you cannot speak that way? No. The law says that if you do this, you go to jail. Okay? So it's not about limiting. The law says you say whatever you want. Pero, may consequence yung salita ninyo. Okay? Mamaya na yung galit nyo, pwede? Yan ang sinasabi ko sa inyo, iunahin nyo yung galit nyo, kaya hindi nyo maiintindihan kung galit kayo parate. Okay? Ngayon, ang daming nagsasabi, isa dun sa mga misconceptions ay pwede mong sabihin yung isang tao, wag mong isasalita yan, wag mong sasabihin yan, wag nyong gagawin yan, ganun. No! Diba? Pag ginawa mo ito, pwede ka makulong. Pwede kang file ng damage suit. Diba? Pwedeng, kunwari, sa academic setting, minura mo ang teacher mo, pwede mong murahin. Hindi ka naman bubusalan sa classroom eh. Pero ang consequence no, mag-kick out ka. Diba? Okay. So, yun. The law talks about the space and it gives you a map. So, ang sinasabi ng batas, ito, ang mga may consequences. Ito, yung bangin na to. Dangerous speech yan. Ibig sabihin, pag nagsalita ka, tapos may possibility na magkagulo, may possibility na magkakabarilan, may possibility na may mamamatay, then, mapaparusahan ka. Okay? You can go to jail. Or, kung yung speech mo ay written at may tendency to, let's say, cause dishonor, pwedeng patanggal yun. Consequence is what the law talks about. Penalty is a consequence. Damages is a consequence. Kasi, kunwari, siniraan mo yung isang tao na hindi mo dapat ginagawa yon, you tended to blacken or dishonor the reputation of a person, then, para mabuo uli yung taong yon, sasabihin ng hukuman in a civil case, bayaran nyo siya. Dahil sinaktan mo siya eh. Okay? Ngayon, I'm not talking about UP Visayas anymore, ha? I'm not talking about those things yet. Those are specific problems in this space that we call the freedom of speech. So, anong sinasabi ng Pangulo? Sinabi ngayon ng Pangulo, they're free to say whatever they want. Diba? Sinasabi ng Pangulo, Chebs, di sabihin nila yon. Okay? Why does that affect all of us? Yung iba sa atin, hindi naman pwede na sasabihin nilang gano'n. Hindi pwede. Dapat may consequence sila. But the person who can claim to be the victim of that speech, the person who can claim na siya yung maghihingi ng consequences na yon, siya yung nagsasabing, Kebs lang, okay lang yan. Okay? Pwede ka bang mag-file ng suit in representation of the president? Yung mga tipong, sinaktan mo yung presidente, kasuhan kita. Sa'yo ba, does the right belong to you? No. Because when you're talking about libel, when you're talking about even scurrilous libels that become inciting to sedition, when you talk about these things, you're talking about a person who has been damaged, a person whose reputation has been blackened, the person who was dishonored or discredited by this speech, the person, in this case, the president, na naging target ng tinatawag nating scurrilous libel that could be called inciting to sedition. Okay? Yung taong sinasabi ninyong biktima ay hindi nagsasabi na biktima siya. So, bakit galit pa rin kayo? Diba? Now, naiintindihan ko pa rin yung galit. Kasi ang sinasabi niya, horrible talagang bastos ito na to. Totoo naman. Bastos, leche sila. At yung pagkabastos pa, yung mga tipong, how dare you say that to our president? How dare you wish him dead? How dare you namang hikayat kayo na patayin yung Pangulo natin? Okay? Sa Estados Unidos, tama yung ibang mga nagfa-follow sa Lumino, sinasabi nila, sa states, the mere proposal to harm the president is a crime. Pero dito, para maging crime siya, kailangan may law. May law tayo against libel, may law tayo against scurrilous libels. Pero may batas ba tayong nagsasabi na kapag sinabi ko, let's kill the president, kahit wala akong intensyon, ay pwedeng parusahan yon ng kulong? Wala. So again, asan yung consequence dyan? Okay? What else? Where are the limits? Pero, there are some, so sinasabi natin ng batas, dito sa mapa ng batas na ito, dun sa mga consequences na yan, may mga iba pang mga bangin. Okay? Yung pinaka-importanting bangin ay yung nakakakos ng damage. Halimbawa, kung sumigaw ka, sunog sa loob ng sinehan, maaaring may mamatay. At dahil dyan, paparusahan yan. Okay? Pwede ka bang manghikayat ng revolusyon? Rebellion. O, take note, sinabi ko din revolusyon. Okay? Pag nanghikayat ka, na, oy, mga kababayan, kunin nyo na yung mga sandata ninyo, yung mga baril ninyo, pabagsakin natin tong gobyerno ito, kahit local government lang. Pabagsakin natin to, patanggal natin sa pwesto tong taong to. Yan ang panghihikayat sa rebellion. At yan ay pinagbabawal ng batas. Pinagbabawal yan doon sa ating criminal laws. Ang consequence niyan, maaari kayong kasuhan at kung may probable cause, trial, at kung guilty, kulong. Okay? Consequence. Ano pa? Diba? So, merong mga batas na the mere proposal ay pinaparusahan. Kasi generally, sa ating criminal laws, kailangan may ginawa kang aksyon. Okay? May ginawa kang aksyon para makonsider siya na krimen. Ngayon, merong mga ilang crimes na salita pa lang, penalized ka na. Proposal to commit rebellion, proposal to commit treason, and proposal to commit insurrection is penalized kahit wala kang ibang gawin. Sa US, proposal to assassinate the president, kahit wala kang gawin, penalized na. Dito sa Pilipinas, hindi. Okay? So, may nagtanong, ano yung consequence ng mga bastos na batang yan? Gayon ngang ayaw gumalaw ang presidente. Well, consequence is a tendency for something to happen, and in this case, it's not gonna happen. Okay? Not gonna. What is the consequence? Wala. Okay? Kaya nga mapa yan eh. May mga lugar na safe, may mga lugar na may bangin. So, ganon. Hindi ko sinasabi, huwag kayong gumawa ng sarili ninyong rules ha, na merong itong si Lionel sinasabi niya, pag sinabing charot exempted na, tigilan nyo ako at huwag kayong mag-spread ng false information. Ini-explain ko pa at ribida kayo. Okay. Game. So, dun sa mapa na yon, may safe spaces. Hindi yung safe spaces ni Risa Ontiveros. Dun sa lugar na yon, ito, kebs lang. So, pag sinabi ng Pangulo, oh, sure, they have freedom of speech. E di sabihin nila, let's kill the president, kebs. Safe yon. Walang consequence. Diba? Or, one of the consequences is, and this isn't punishable by law, namin magagalit sa'yo. Because let's face it, because it is a space, pwede kang tumalon, pwede kang sumigaw. Para pag may naingayan sa'yo, humanda ka. Kasi tatalakan ka. Okay? Tatalakan ka nung tao na yon. Consequence din yung talak na yon, di ba? Consequence din yung, pag meron kang sinabi, may magagalit sa'yo. Kahit hindi ka nakasuhan, kahit hindi ka pumunta sa jail, yung galit na yon, consequence din yon. Di ba? Halimbawa, dun sa iba sa inyo, love nyo si Trillanes. Charot. Okay. Si Trillanes is not popular. Bakit? May mga hirit siya na, Diyos ko, wala talaga sa ayos. Pero, safe siya. Pero, wala siyang consequence in the law. Meron siyang consequence sa atin. Asar tayo sa kanya. Tingin mo, mabuboto pa yan? Yung hindi pagboto kay Senator Trillanes, consequence yan. Okay? Ito ay resulta dun sa kanyang pagtatalak na wala sa katuturan, wala sa ano. At minsan parang syunga-syunga lang. Consequence. Okay? That is why, so ulitin natin freedom is the rule. That's why the president, ang haba ng pasensya niya kasi naiintindihan niya that freedom is a space. And you say whatever you want to say, pero hindi siya responsible para dun sa galit ng mga nagmamahal sa kanya. Okay? Hindi niya sinasabi na may consequence sa batas. Hindi niya sinasabi makukulong tong mga to. Kebs eh. Pero hindi rin niya sinasabi na, oy, kayong mga nagagalit sa kanya, tigilan niyo yan. Wala siyang ganon. Ano pa? 'Di ba? So, ganyan dapat ang iniisip natin. Ngayon, bakit? Bakit ganyan? Kasi kayo puro iniisip ninyo, dapat parusahan itong mga to. Hoy, teka muna. May reason kung bakit may space. Kasi in that space where you can do whatever you want, there is also room to create. There is also room para dun sa mga bagong ideas. Meron din lugar para magsalita ka. Kahit sabihin nila tanga ka. 'Di ba? Anong ginawa nila kay Galileo? Sabi ni Galileo, gumagalaw yung mundo. Sabi ni Galileo, the earth spins and it also revolves around the sun. Ano yung consequence nung kay Galileo? Nung panahon na yun, and I would like to emphasize that this was a long time ago, dahil walang separation of church and state, that was blasphemy of the highest order. Kasi sinasabi ng religious superiors, mga religious leaders, nilikha tayo ng Panginoon and therefore we are the center of the universe. Right? So ano yung consequence nun? Consequence niya, nakulong siya for a while and pinagbawalan siya na lumabas ng bahay niya. He was considered a heretic for a while. Di ba? 600 or 800 years later, sabi ng simbahan, ay mali. Mali pala kami. Mali pala kami na sinunog namin yung mga witches. Mali pala kami dun sa Inquisition. And oh, by the way, mali kami kay Galileo. So, hindi na heretic si Galileo. Okay. So, yung meron pa rin ako nakikita. Walang consequence yun? As in, wala silang wala tayong pwedeng iparusa dun sa mga batang yon, mga bastos, na mga walang, mga balahura, yung mga yan. Walang consequence, as in, wala. Hello, yung galit natin sa kanila, consequence yun. Okay? Pero consequence in the law, wala. Okay. Ayaw ng Pangulo. Siya yung biktima dito. Siya yung magsasabi kung may kakasuhan sa kanila. At sinasabi niya, hindi, wala. Because the point in this is freedom. Because the first rule is freedom. Because we have to allow everybody, not just ourselves, everybody to be free to speak. Okay? Ito, tama si Ian 600 or 800 years later, sabi ng simbahan, charot. Oo, pero may consequence na nabigay kay Galileo before that. Okay, alam niyo yung kwento nung The Emperor's New Clothes. Yung emperor, niloko siya ng mga tailors niya. Sabi, gagawan ka namin ang pinong-pinong magandang mga damit. Pero, ang mga magagaling lang, ang matatalino lang, o yung mga de buena familia lang ang makakakita ng mga damit na yon. At kung wala kayong nakikita, ay, common ka. Diba? Che. Niwala naman si emperador. Emperador. So, niwala naman yung emperor. O sige, kending siya dun sa daan, wala pala siyang suot. And eventually, may isang bata na nagsabi, hubad yung emperor. Tapos, saka lang nasabi ng mga tao na, oo nga pala, hubad ang emperor. Yung sinabi ng bata, yan ang freedom of speech. Sometimes, so, hindi ba nasaktan yung emperor? Pero unfortunately, yung salita ng batang yon was true. Nasaktan yung emperor kasi totoo. Pero pwede rin nagsalita yung bata na nakahubo lang ang emperor and he would still be half right. And it would still be freedom of speech. Okay? So, that is still the freedom of speech. Minsan, may mga salita na masakit, pero hindi siya libel. May mga salita kasi na mag-challenge dun sa mga paniniwala natin. Halimbawa, itong si Galileo, challenge yung mga paniniwala ng mga tao. Yung paniniwala na nasa sentro tayo ng universe, na-challenge yun. At dahil na-challenge yun, wait, I want to kill you because you challenged my long-cherished beliefs. Diba? Ano yan? So, but the freedom of speech nga is a space para matesting yung mga ideas na yun. Diba? Yung freedom of speech gives you the space to try out new ideas kasi kung wala tayong lugar para dun sa mga bagong idea na yun, bumalik na lang kaya tayo dun sa mga 600 years ago na pwede tayong parusahan for challenging beliefs. Kung hindi dahil kay Galileo, hindi umusbong yung scientific knowledge natin. But we needed that space for him to be able to say that, to make that discovery, para maintindihan natin yung lugar natin sa universe. And other ideas, hindi natin nakikita kagad na they're actually good for us. So, ay mga ganito na sasabihin natin, Dengvaksha may be dangerous for you. And so an investigation begins because of that. Consequence. Sometimes the consequences are good, sometimes the consequences are bad. Pero yung space na yon says only consequences because the space is the more important thing. Not the penalties, not the limitations. It is the space. That's why things like libel, inciting to sedition, false publications, yung mga nilalagay ng batas na may consequences, then those are kumbaga, you don't think of them as limitations, but you think of them as guidelines where you can still operate within a certain space. Okay? So, sinasabi ni Ariel Romero, meaning totoong sinasabi ng UP Visayas, they meant it. It's of no, actually, wala siyang, that's why we say it's of no consequence. It doesn't matter whether they meant it or not because the victim doesn't care. Okay? O, sinong mag-file ng kaso? Sabi ni Sam, if na-offend ang Pangulo, pwede po bang kasuhan yon? Ganito yon. Pwede naman silang kasuhan, pero mag-prosper ba yung kaso? Hindi. Without a victim, without a person thinking na, oy, may tendency ito na tanggalin ako sa pwesto, paano ka lililusot ng probable cause? Okay? Ngayon, ano pa yung mga ibang consequences na hindi natin nakikita dito sa other consequences na the ones that are little discussed. Unang-una, ano yung mga consequences na hindi pa natin na-discuss? Things that you cannot bring out or that have consequences. Medical information, mahalaga yan. Doon sa ating cyber libel, di ba? Bawal maglabas ng medical information kasi ito ay confidential. Bakit confidential ang medical information? There are consequences to that. Halimbawa, naglabas ka ng impormasyon tungkol sa isang private person. Sinabi niyo, kunwari, 5 years ago, this person had a sexually transmitted disease. It's potentially libelous because it causes dishonor on that person. Ngayon, ang sinasabi ng iba, totoo naman talagang meron siyang meron siyang STD 5 years ago. Truth is not a defense pagdating sa ganyan. Kasi kung private person yan, hindi yan artista, hindi yan government official, hindi yan kahit ano, kung nagka-STD siya, nilabas mo lang yung information na yun para masiraan siya. And the consequence of that is, he can sue you. Okay? So, again, space and consequence. Ngayon, what about private spaces? Itong sinasabi ng ating saligang batas is meron tayong kalayaan. Pero what does the Constitution actually say? It says, no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of the press, or of expression. Sino yung pinupuntirya ng ating saligang batas? No law shall be passed. So any person with the capability to make the law, so yung lawmaking bodies natin, and it's not just Congress and the Senate, sometimes the lawmaking is delegated, yung mga nakakagawa ng rules. Okay? Hindi kayo pwedeng gumawa ng batas or ng rule na naglilimita sa freedom of expression or of the press or of speech. Okay? Ano yan? You can't pass a law. Ano yung consequence kung nagpilit ka? Itong kongreso, matigas ang ulo nagpilit sila. Bawal nila sabihin ito. Let's say, bawal ilabas, let's say, yung tungkol sa personal life ng mga congressman. Kahit they did something in public, bawal pag-usapan yon. Yung batas na yon will be reviewed by the Supreme Court at sasabihin ng Supreme Court, illegal yan. Kasi sinasabi ng ating saligang batas, no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech. Paano naman yung mga libel? Ganyan, hindi ba abridging the freedom of speech yan? That's why we talk about law and space and consequence. Ang sinasabi ng Korte Suprema, not that it is a limitation, but it prevents free speech pa rin pagka nagla-libel ka lang ng nagla-libel. Ang nangyayari, nagtatago na lang yung mga tao, hindi rin makakagalaw ang ibang mga tao dahil nila-libel mo sila ng nila-libel. Some people use insults or bashing. This is what we call, sa sociology, parang control. Diba? Parang yung mga kinikwento natin. Alam mo yung bata tayo? Minsan at least ako, nung bata ko, kikwentuhan ako ng nakakatakot nung mga katulong namin. Tuntua naman ako sa mga kwentong ganon. Pero may kapatid ako na madali matakot at hindi makatulog. So narinig ng tita ko yon, pinagalitan yung katulong. Hindi mo pwedeng kwentuhan ng ganyan yung pamangkin ko. So, pwede ba natin sabihin yon? Oo. Kasi ang binabawal lang naman ng ating saligang batas, yung state. The state is not allowed to abridge the freedom of speech, but it's allowed to give consequences. Okay? Paano tong Facebook? Okay? Paano naman tayo? 'Di ba? So, merong instance, ito ang common nito sa Facebook. Sabihin nila, lecheng yun, binlock ako, hindi siya naniniwala sa freedom of speech. Okay? Freedom of speech. Ang guarantee ng ating saligang batas ay pinipigilan nito ang gobyerno na gumawa ng mga batas o ng mga patakaran that will limit free speech. Unduly limit free speech. Hindi lang consequence, pero talagang pinagbabawal yan. So, is Facebook a government? No. In fact, Facebook is considered a private space. So, yung rules ng Facebook ang mananaig dyan sa lugar na yan. Ngayon, may lusot sa ginagawa ng Facebook. There's a possibility, pero hindi ko siya ma-discuss masyado in-depth kasi iniisip pa namin kung fa-file natin ng kaso ang Facebook. But the general rule is that Facebook is a private space and sila yung nag-provide ng space na yan sa atin. So, yung mga rules, allowed silang gumawa ng rules para malimita ang expression dun sa lugar na yon. Okay? So, when you talk about the freedom of speech in the greater space of the country, freedom of speech is allowed. But once you go into a private platform, the freedom of speech is no longer defined by the Constitution because it is a private space. Ang sinasabi ng batas, di wag ka sa Facebook kung gusto mo magsalita, kung ayaw mo ang rules. Parang yung the freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. Di ba pag pumunta tayo sa mall, kinakapkapan ka, binubuksan yung bag mo, ganyan. Normally, bubuksan lang yung mga yan kapag state authorities sa mga checkpoints, so doon lang sa mga exceptions, doon sa unreasonable searches and seizures. Pero hindi kailangan ng batas para i-allow ang SM na i-search ang bag mo. Bakit? private yung space ng SM. So, they can search you if they want. Kasi, malaya ka naman na wag pumunta dun sa SM. Okay? So, yung mga nagagalit dun sa ibang mga vloggers na nagbablock ng ilang mga tao, yung mga hirit ninyo na, oppressive ka rin, hindi ka naniniwala sa free speech, darling. The guarantee of free speech is, it is a prescription against the state. Meaning, dun sa wall ko, rules ko. Kasi private space ko yun. Di ba? Kailan magiging bawal yung mga sinasabi mo, my wall, my rules? Well, when it's not your wall. When it's a government wall, for instance. When it's a government wall and they want to guarantee that there is free speech there. Di ba? Okay. Okay na, yung mga galit sa akin, mas galit na siguro kayo ngayon sa akin. Kasi hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng martilyo para pukpukin tong mga batang to Pero, again, consequence. Kaya sinasabi ko, itong mga batang to, they have free speech. Sabihin nila, let's kill the president. Yung mga nagmamahal sa presidente. So, let's kill the president, charot. Kung sabihin ko, let's kill these students, charot. Pwede? Pwede. Kung pwede sila, pwede rin tayo. So, bahagi yan ng consequence. Diba? Consequence nitong mga batang to, tayo. Diba? Consequence ng mga batang to, pwede rin sabihin ng ng university. Pwede, take note. Pwede, pero pwede rin hindi. Pwedeng sabihin ng university, oist kayo. Di ba sabi namin sa inyo, keep it civil? Civil ba yan? Sa private universities, or even sa ibang campuses, kunwari, sa UP Visayas, payag silang ganyan. Pwede kunwari, sa College of Law, sabihin ng mga prof namin, malaya kayo, sabihin nyo yan. Pero, nothing is going to stop us, professors, from filing a case against you for inciting to sedition and providing the evidence to that. Pero sasabihin ng presidente, wag na, dismiss nyo yan. Or, sasabihin ng UP, file namin kayo ng disciplinary action dun sa University Student Tribunal. Kasi, hindi yan conduct na ini-expect namin sa mga estudyante namin. Bastos yan. Pwede? Pwede. Okay? So, yung mga paulit-ulit yung tinatanong sa akin, hindi ba pwedeng kasuhan itong mga to? Linchak kayo. Pwede, pero magka-prosper ba yung kaso nyo? Hindi. Okay? Galit kayo kaagad ang dami namang iba. O ngayon, sabihin na natin, nagmakto lang presidente, gusto niya turuan ng leksyon, pero ayaw niyang makulong itong mga to. Filean niya ng kaso. Tapos, may probable cause. Siyempre, may probable cause. Okay? Tapos, umakyat yan dun sa sa trial. Tapos, sabihin ng presidente, okay, they learned their lesson, withdraw ko na yung kaso. Pwede? Pwede. Ayaw na nung victim bakit ba? In the meantime, back at the ranch, ano mangyayari sa NBI clearance nitong mga batang to? Lilitaw ngayon. Akusado sila dito sa kaso na people versus student X and student YZ, etc. Pagka sinabi ng Pangulo, withdraw ka na yung kaso, ayoko na. Mangyayari yan, hatol yung court. Okay, acquitted. Ano lalabas sa NBI clearance? Lalitaw pa rin yung kaso. Naakusado sila doon. But at the bottom of that, acquitted. Pag pumunta ka ngayon, naghumingi ka na, punta ako, magtrabaho ka. Sasabihin ng pinapasukan mong trabaho, kuha ka NBI clearance. Okay, may hit ang NBI clearance mo. Pwede bang sabihin ng potential employer mo, di na kita i-hire kahit na acquit ka? Pwede? Pwede. Bahala yung di ba? May freedom of speech ka. Sinasabi ng batas. But there are consequences. Consequences nga that they don't even involve lawsuit. Consequences like, kasi, kunwari, somebody says, nung time na bawal pa yung putang ina nyo, so, punishable pa yan noon. In 1968 yan tinanggal eh. Nung, kunwari, sabihin ng isang tao, oy, putang ina mo. Pag sumagot ka, putang ina mo rin. Si putang ina mo rin, walang consequence sa batas. Si putang ina, meron. Noon ha, ngayon hindi na, wala nang ganon. Okay? Defense eh. Gire-react lang siya eh. Sumasalag lang siya dun sa binato mo sa kanya. Okay? Consequence. Yung putang ina mo rin. Okay? Okay. Finally, public schools. UP is a public school. Daming nagsasabi, oy, taxpayer ako. Ayoko yung ginagawa nila and therefore dapat patanggal yung mga scholarship ng mga yan. Naalala niyo sinabi ng presidente? Alala niyo? Some months ago, actually last year, itong si National Youth Commission Chairman at the time, si Ronald Cardema, gusto niya na matanggalan ng scholarship yung mga estudyante na pumapasok sa mga organizations na mahilig magrarally at nagsasabing, ibagsak, ibagsak. O kaya yung mga namumundok, yung mga orgs na maraming namumundok. Anong sabi ng presidente? Tumigil ka dyan? No! Lang consequence yan. Bakit? There's the freedom of speech and the freedom of association. Again, sabi ng Pangulo, we're not going to put a consequence into the freedom of association. Gusto nilang pumasok ng organization, fine. Pangulo nga may fraternity. Malaya siyang pumasok into that fraternity. Papagbawal niya itong mga estudyante na to na pumasok dun sa mga organizations. Paano kung yung organization na yun naghihikayat na mamundok yung mga bata? Ang consequence nun, kasuhan mo sila dun sa paghihikayat nila. Hindi consequence nun at hindi maaari na ipagbawal mo yung estudyanteng pumasok dun sa organization na yun dahil ginagarantiya ng ating saligang batas yung freedom of association. Okay? Okay. Pero ikatutuwa kaya ng mga estudyante yon. Is that something to be proud of? If later on, namasukan sila sa trabaho, tanungin ng employer, interview, were you active in student affairs? Sabihin niya, yes, I was a member of this organization. Paano kung sabihin ng potential employer? What? I don't like potential communists. Baka pagpasok mo dito, may potential ka na mag-strike. Paano yon? Although bawal yung mga binabawal ang strike, Or potentially problematic itong aplikanteng to kasi miyembro siya ng isang organization na hindi ko gusto. Consequence? Consequence. Legal? Yes, legal. There are other consequences that are not contained within the law. Okay? So, paano yung feeling ng Pangulo dyan? Okay lang mag-rally kayo. Okay lang Ginawan ba niya ng issue ang UP? Hindi. Sinasabi ba ng Pangulo, oy, mula ngayon, lahat ng mga magrarally hindi na pwede ng scholarship. Sinasabi ba niya yun? Hindi. Bakit? The scholarship was already earned from the time they were accepted into the university. At hindi yan binabawas pagka meron silang salita na hindi naman napaparusahan sa batas. Okay? In other words, you can't use the school. You can't use your being a taxpayer to limit the freedom of speech of these students. All the more, nasa university setting sila. Okay? All the more. Kasi yung space dun sa university, guaranteed na dapat merong free exchange of ideas, including the ideas that we hate. Including the ideas that we don't like. Paano kung sabihin ng isang tao, I think oxygen has only one molecule or one positive atom. Mali yun. Malaya ka bang sabihin yan? Oo, pero ang consequence, babagsak ka sa chem. Okay? The university is a place to test your ideas, to test your limitations, to test consequences. Okay? Dapat sa university, binibigyan natin ng espasyo yung mga bata because this is the place where we should allow them to make mistakes. That's why I'm almost always on the side of students. Do I think they're bastos? Oo, I think they're bastos. Do I think they're not creative? Yeah. Pink, shiny satin, pink cheerleading uniforms. Hello? The 80s called, they want their uniforms back. Do I think that they were good at what they did? They're cheering? No, I thought it was mediocre. I think they were parochial kasi mas interesado sila dun sa fact daw na ang UP Visayas ang liit ng budget. They were whining. But I want to protect their freedom of speech? Yes, I do. I'm on the side of the president here. Diba? The president doesn't think that he's damaged. Hell, then nobody was damaged. But there are consequences. Sabi ni Jill Vertudaso, and it's a good question, pwede ba yan i-limit gawa ng batas? Ano yung rule? Sabi ng saligang batas, no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech. Dadaan yan sa butas ng karayom, i-review yan ng Korte Suprema. Pero kung pinayagan ang laws on libel, then pwede rin payagan. For instance, ako, I am in favor of a law that says bawal ang proposal to assassinate the president. Katulad nung batas ng sa US. Agree ako dyan. Yes, but until a law is made for that, then there are no legal consequences to what these kids have said. Oy, Ariel Gasil, sinasabi niya, so ano ang consequences ng mga batang to? Kanina ko pa din i-discuss. Kinig naman. Okay? So, itong si Maria Ressa, sabi ni Dennis Gabaca, kaya si Maria Ressa ng Rappler, ano na ang ginabuldos na ang kaso? Ang tatanggap na lang sa kanya, yung mga background crime na lang din. Pero yung iba, taga sa bato, kahit bagsakan pa siya ng pera, hindi siya tatanggapin. Yes, that's the law of consequence. Okay. Sabi ni Jason Garces, pero ang problema doon yung nag-grant sila ng scholarship through illegal way or dahil may capit because there are more students, more worth it. Oy! Well, hindi ikaw ang nasa lugar para magsabi that somebody is more worth it. Nag-qualify na sila. Hindi ka pwedeng gumawa ng batas na ay bawi kasi vested na yung right nila. Kaya nga sinasabi ng Pangulo, hindi. Yung mga scholarship na hayaan nyo yung mga bata. Hayaan nyo sila. That is part of the space of the freedom of speech and the right of assembly. Okay? Disrespectful ba sila? Sa tulad ng sinasabi ni CJ George, yes, but the president is saying hindi sila dapat kasuhan. In other words, lilimitahin niya ang consequence. Sinabi ba ng presidente, wag niyo silang murahin? Hindi rin. So, he's allowing also the consequence na galit tayo dito sa mga estudyanteng to stand. Okay? Sabi ni Arman Gavino, well, freedom has its boundaries. Daknampo siya, parang walang narinig ah. For the freedom of speech, there are boundaries like libel, slandering, chuchuchuchu. Fine, if you want to think of it that way. Libre ka naman magsabi ng ganyan. Pero libre din ako i-delete yung comment mo. Private space, di ba? Sabi ni Tony Kasana, yung isa sa marami ko pong nakitang di maganda sa paghubog sa mga students na ganito na pinupondohan ng pamahalaan, at least in the future, magiging productive sila or mapakinabangan ng bansa. Ngayon, kung employer ka at naging employees ang ganitong klase, let's kill our boss, what will be the consequence? My point is, at least the professors should teach caution or groom good citizens, not rebellious ones. Yes, pero maybe it's time for us to discuss what academic freedom is. Ano ang academic freedom? Kahit tayo hindi natin pwede sabihin sa university kung anong ituturo nila at paano nila ituturo to. At kung sinong tatanggapin nila, sinong i-retain nila at sinong tatanggalin nila. Okay? Tama na pwede mo namang sabihin, o UP, dapat tinuturo ninyo ganito. But is UP obliged to follow you? No. Okay? Sabi ni Basti, natawa naman ako. Kampued Hener, yari kay Attorney Trix. Oo nga naman, pwede i-delete yung comment mo. Sabi ni King Rhodes, pwede din po ba yung mag-reach out sa YG Entertainment na ginamit yung kanta nilang Kill This Love ng Blackpink para sa political statement sa Pilipinas? Well, ang YG Entertainment can actually sue them for violation of copyright, yung copyright infringement. Di naman kayo nagpaalam sa amin eh. Paano kung sabihin ng YG Entertainment, oh, hindi yan fair use? Diba? Sabi ni Jomar Manyalak, freedom of speech pa rin ang ginawa nila ng mga chararat. So freedom din namin o natin na i-criticize sila in all we want. Correct? See? So, sinasabi ko sa inyo, dati nung punishable pa ang putang ina, pag sinabihan ka putang ina mo, at sinabi mo putang ina mo rin, si putang ina mo rin, walang consequence, si putang ina mo meron. Noon, ngayon okay ng putang ina. Okay. So, sabi ni Ado Ligbos, kaya na outsmart na naman ni Presidente ang Charot Group. Kasi pakiramdam ko, naghihintay sila ng nega reaction galing sa Presidente. Yes! So, ito yung bigger picture dyan. Maraming gagawin yung kabilang parlor para kantiin ang Pangulo. To get him to do something that is oppressive. Para self-fulfilling yung sinasabi nila. Sasabihin nila, this president is a butcher. This president is oppressive. So, ang gagawin nila, itutulak nila yung freedom of speech nila. Sasabihin nila, yung mga things like that na, oy, pangit ang presidente. Oy, tanga ang presidente. Oy, berdugo ang presidente. Ganyan. Para makanti yung presidente, para mainis siya. So, mag-react ang presidente. Eh, kung the president wasn't the good guy that we thought he was. At sabihin niya, ay, punyeta kayo, pakulong lahat ng mga kumag na yan. Tapos sasabihin nila, hala, ina-aresto kami, na-oppress kami. Sa tingin niyo, ganun katanga yung Pangulo natin? Of course not. He's not going to be baited. And that's also what we have to watch out for. Don't bite the bait. Okay? Kaya nga pinapabayaan tayo ng Pangulo eh. Sinasabi ng Pangulo, hayaan mo sila. Alam nila yung ginagawa nila. Tayo din. Alam din natin yung ginagawa natin. Sabi ni Chingbi Digamon, so if tayo, consequence nila, then pahabaan na lang ng tiyan. Then decrying for harassment from them is also correct. Oh. Alam mo naman yung mga snowflakery nila. Sabihin nila, kill the president. Ano yan? We're allowed to criticize. We're allowed to ganyan. Tapos tayo, kill the UP Visayas students, charot. Ay, ino-oppress nyo kami. Freedom of speech din nila yun. Mukha lang sasan yung tanga. Pero freedom of speech din natin sabihin na, putsa, tanga rin kayo, no? Pa-victim kayo, no? Freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Consequence, nothing legal. Okay? Yan. Kasi kayo, iniisip nyo kaagad, wala bang pwedeng ikaso? Hindi, isipin nyo kung ano yung mga consequences. Kasi mas malawak yan. Diba? Yung mga pwede bang ikaso, ay limitado tayo doon sa nasasabi doon sa batas. Okay? Sabi ni Dark Angel Viggs, at ito, naintindihan na niya. Ika nga, don't interrupt the enemy while he's making a mistake. That is correct. And that's what the president is saying. Oh, kinakanti niyo ako? Eh, kung hindi ko kayo, kung hindi ko kayo pansinin. In fact, may nakita akong report, Human Rights Watch, sinasabi nila, napilitan silang aminin na sa Pilipinas walang prior restraint. In other words, yung Pangulo, pinapabayaan lang sila magsalita ng salita. Ang Rappler nga, hanash ng hanash eh. Ano yung consequence nun? Ang consequence is, teka nga, ang kulit nito tignan natin sila closely. Hindi nagbayad ng taxes ang Rappler. Kasuhan sila, hindi sila nagbayad ng taxes. Limitation ba yan on the freedom of speech? Hindi. Hindi, kasi hindi ka talaga nagbayad ng taxes mo. Kung nagbayad ka ng taxes, tapos kinasuhan ka pa rin ng tax evasion, yun, posible pa natin sabihin na freedom of speech, ay violation ng freedom of speech, di ba? Eh, hindi ka nagbayad ng taxes eh. Hindi siya violation ng freedom of speech. So, sabi ni Moon, walay na ba o nawala na naman ako? Hindi, nandito pa ako. Double check mo lang yung yung signal. Wow, na-interrupt tayo, guys. Paano nagka-broadcast interrupted? Hindi naman ako interrupted. Signal niyo po yata yan. Okay, no sound. Hindi, may sound. Okay, eto, maganda to. Sabi ni Jane Maria Torres, sa mga frustrated that the president didn't choose to say anything against the students and you're mad about it, you say something against the students, you have the freedom to do that. So, tara. Okay? Yung mga nagsasabing no sound, hindi po. May sound talaga. Chinek ko eh. May sound eh. Lumilitaw. Okay. Okay? Okay na daw. May sound na uli. So, salamat madam, sabi ni Crisanto Cuenca. Madami pa ang mag-follow sa'yo. Kasi kung hindi man kumibo ang Pangulo, may mga ordinaryong Pilipino ang papatol sa mga ginagawa nila. Okay? Sabi din Gerald Ruby, what if the president was assassinated after that statement? Is that a consequence? No. For that statement to have been punishable, you have to relate it to the act later committed. If they said, kill the president, and that had the tendency to incite the sedition or the assassination, yung let's kill the president, hindi pa rin yan punishable. Pero ipapunish yung assassination. Gets? Unless, yung sinadya yun at bahagi yung mga estudyante na yun nung conspiracy. Gets? Consequence pa rin. Okay, ito pa, yung mga sinasabing na sobrahan ng freedom of speech, there's no such thing. Sabi ni Trevor, yan po ang sinasabing na sobra ng freedom of speech. Ayan ha, kahit yung ating pinakamataas na hukuman, they never use the words too much freedom or too much freedom of speech or bakit? Kasi nga, the rule is freedom. The more we say, the better it is for our democracy. Okay? Because yung pag-usbong, yung pag-develop, yung pag-progress ng ating society ay nakasalalay dun sa ability natin to express new ideas. There is never any such thing as too much freedom. Ang meron, consequences nga. So, sabi ni Marilu Hoson, so it's okay if we all cheer, let's kill them all, charot. Well, if they started it, di ba yung example ko is, putang ina mo rin. Si putang ina mo rin, wala, okay lang. Si putang ina mo, yun ang may problema. Okay. Kasi, nagre-react tayo dun sa ginawa nila. At nag-provide sila ng impetus for a reaction. Kung sinabi mo, let's kill these students, hindi ka nagre-react to something, may problema tayo dyan. Okay? Ay. Yung mga iba, gusto nila kasi na yung tastes lang nilang masusunod. Take note, I use taste. So yung sinasabi nila, you're so bastos. Wala bang law against you for being bastos? Meron, consequence nga. Pero will your case prosper? I don't think so. Sabi ni Mirlov Achki, at gusto ko tong sinasabi niya, between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our freedom, and it's our growth and our freedom. Tapos, ito ay sinabi daw, kinukote niya si Viktor Frankl, 1963. Okay? Yun ang sinasabi natin. Sabi ni Mandy Fernandez, bakit walang disciplinary action ng pamunuan ng UP Visayas dyan? Public university naman sila. Exactly. Because they're public university. They're government. And the government has to guarantee academic freedom and free speech. The rule is free speech. Sinabi ba ng Pangulo na ang consequence nila ay disciplinary action sa UP Student Tribunal? Nada. The President could have filed a suit in the Student Tribunal. Did he do that? No. Does the UP standard, the standards of UP will apply here. Kung sa standards ng UP, may violate kayo ng rule, or kung may rule sa UP na bawal sabihin yon, then by all means, UP can institute, or any person within the UP system can institute a disciplinary action against these students. The fact na walang nag-file ng disciplinary action speaks of two things. Either walang rule, or base dun sa standards ng UP, acceptable pa ito within the academic freedom and within the space called freedom of speech. Kung nagagalit kayo, ba't hindi kayo yung nagfa-file ng kaso? Kasi merong isang humahanas sa wall ko, file na ng suit, attorney. Bakit ako mag-file? Naniniwala ako sa freedom of speech nila. Naniniwala rin ako na pwede kong sabihin na, oy, sana hindi kayo magkatrabaho after graduation. Tignan natin kung saan masasayang ang scholarship ninyo. Nangungulit si Mark Anthony Dainla. Yung sinabi kong hindi sinasabi ng hukuman, pipilitin niya, di po nasubrahan ang freedom of speech. Hindi, mali. Sabi ni Mark Anthony, hindi po nasobra na, tama pala siya, ng freedom of speech kung di mo nawalan ng disiplina. Alam kong gantong tao, minumura ng parents nila sa bahay. Kung matinukang tao, di mo i-attempt na magsabing gano'n ng Pangulo. Oo, pero ang matinong tao, taste na yan. Matter of taste mo na yan. Standards din yan eh. Okay? So, ulitin natin recap natin para dun sa mga inaantok makatulog na. Okay. The freedom of speech can be viewed more as a space. And we don't think about space as having limitation. When I say space, hindi yung space na na two-dimensional. But three, even four-dimensional kasi may time eh. Think of it as space as outer space. Space, the final frontier. Walang limitations yan. Or hindi natin pinag-uusapan ng limitations. Ayaw nga ng courting words na limitations masyado. But there are what we call consequences. Kasi pag sinabi mong limitations, there's some things that you cannot say. At sinasabi din ng ating batas na bawal ang prior restraint. Yung pipigilan mo na magsalita mismo yung tao. Kaya nga yung mga taking away of scholarships, chilling effect yan. At yan ang tinatawag natin na possible prior restraint. Meaning, sinasabi nyo sa mga estudyante that there are things that you can't say. No! You can say anything you want, but there are consequences to what you say. And some of those consequences involve going to jail. And that is our recap. Space. There is space and we can think of it as infinite space. Pero, di ba, dun sa infinite space na yon, yung Newtonian laws mag-a-apply rin. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Meaning yung action mong pagtutulak ay may equal and opposite reaction na you're going to go. Your force going one way will result in the force going another way. Equal yung forces na yon. So yung force mo na sinasabi niyong let's kill this president, may equal force going the other way saying taragis kayong mga estudyanteng balahura kayo I hate you. Equal and opposite reaction. Ang problema sa kanila, wala silang momentum kasi restricted yung kanilang space within that cheering competition. Pero yung atin, hindi siya limited. Kasi nasa cyberspace tayo. May momentum yung sinabi natin, pwedeng dumami yung mga nagsasabing, putaragis kayo. Okay? So that's how we should view the freedom of speech. Okay? A space like outer space with very few limits. Kasi pwede ka naman in outer space, you can keep going until you hit a planet or a star. Diba? What the law gives us is a roadmap of the consequences. Nasaan yung bangin, nasaan yung malalim dun sa lake, nasaan yung part na pwede kang matisod, nasaan yung part na pwede kang mamatay. Okay? Sabi ni Sara Manalo, para sa akin lang ha. Alam mo na kaagad pagka may tao na yan, alam niya hindi siya tama eh. Pag sinabi niya, para sa akin lang, opinion ko lang to. Your opinion doesn't entitle you to your own facts. Okay. Nagyayaya sila patayan ng Pangulo. Sobra-sobra na ang taga-UP patayan ba ang tinuturo sa kanila ng prof nila? Bullying yan. May law against bullying. Okay? And bullying isn't about who is the, isn't about the president because bullying happens within the academic space. So when you're talking about bullying, you're talking about professors, you're talking about students. You're not talking about the President of the Philippines. And it is also about the differences of power. Some students will, the bully is usually bigger, more powerful. So I'll bully the weak guy. I'll bully the weak guy. Is the president weak compared to these students? That's not bullying. Okay? It's bastos, yes, but that's not bullying. And sobra-sobra ba to? Sabi ng presidente, hindi sinasobra. Mas maiintindihan ko na siya yung nagsasabi nun kasi siya yung dapat nasaktan at sinasabi niya, hindi sila sumobra. Okay? Ngayon, pwede bang sabihin ni Attorney Gadon sa mga estudyanteng to, oy, ang bobo nyo. Pwede. Consequence, di ba? May freedom of speech sila, may freedom of speech din si Attorney Gadon. Is it possible that somebody might file an administrative case against him? Oh, pwede, but the freedom of speech will also be part of the issues within that administrative space, within that administrative case. Okay? Consequence. Sabi ni tinitingnan ko yung kasi may mga gaganda kayong comments na mabilis lang kasi masyado to. Itong Sabi ni David Matt, liit mundo nila. It will grow bigger when they mature. Most likely, they do differently after school. It's almost always that way. Kaya nga, we don't want to talk about the freedom of speech as limited, as a two-dimensional space, but rather as a 3 or 4-dimensional space. Bakit? Naalala mo, in the 80s, wow, dami sa ating galit kay Marcos. Ibagsak. Marcos, alis na kayo. Ay, ganyan ang mga Marcoses. Ay, they're evil. Ay, magnanakaw sila. Ganyan. Di ba? Paniwalang-paniwala tayo doon. Kasi, kaya tayo naniniwala doon, limited yung information natin. At dahil limited yung information natin, ang nangyayari, nakikita lang natin dalawang sides. Either pro-Marcos ka or anti-Marcos ka. I mean, 3 sides pala. Or third, you don't give a fucking damn. You don't care. Diba? Limited information results in limited opinions or even limited mindsets. Kaya nga may freedom of speech tayo para may space na ilathala yung ibang impormasyon na dating natatago sa atin. God bless the internet if naniniwala kayo sa Diyos. Bakit? It allows us now space for more information. So when you see somebody and you don't like what they're saying, the answer isn't to limit their freedom of speech. The answer is to provide more freedom so more people can give them more information and they might be given a chance to change their views. Diba? It's a free world and everybody has an idea and everybody can express that idea. Some ideas are scandalous and some ideas are good. But if you limit one, you will also be limiting the other. Okay? Consequence. You don't want to limit the kind of knowledge that we can receive. Because of this newfound knowledge, we know that the Aquinos are not heroes. Or at least not about the kind of people we want to be heroes. Hindi na tayo bilib sa kanila. At nakikita na natin na meron silang mga ginawa na not good and ew, sometimes outright ew. And it is this freedom of speech that gave us that information. Dun sa nagtatanong kung may aso ko, I don't know why you're asking this question, pero if you know me, you know that I have Harry sa Dachshund. Bakit ko sinagot yun? Kasi minsan medyo mainit na yung topic. Ay. Sabi ni Alvibal, mainit ang dugo ng mga yan, mga bata pa. Di nila alam ang mga consequences. Nasa huli ang pagsisisi. Oo. But, part of our obligation, and we can do this in as a balahura way as possible, we can explain to them the consequences of their action. By the way, may consequence din yung mga sagot natin kasi kung hindi sila nanlalibel sa atin, hindi rin natin sila pwedeng i-libel. Okay? But because they want to use this space for freedom at sila yung nagsasabing, we should be free to criticize. We are also free to criticize you. Or we're also free to criticize, hello UP professors, what the fuck are you doing? Diba? Why aren't you teaching them the consequences of their actions? Puro kayong ibagsak eh. Wala kayong anong mangyayari pag ibagsak. Ewan. Can we call them evil? Yes, of course we can call them evil. Okay. So, ano pang tanong? Medyo nauubusan na yung tanong. So, ayoko nang nagre-react in anger because we're not thinking pagka masyado tayong galit. But always think of consequences. May narinig kayo tinatawag si Harry. Sir Alan, dito si Harry. Papakainin na kasi siya. Okay? So, again, when we hear something we don't like, it's not a good idea to try to limit the speech of those people, but it is a good idea to teach them the consequences of that speech. Okay? Sometimes those consequences are about law because there's libel, there's inciting to sedition, there is false publications. There's always that. And there's also consequences that don't involve the law. Like, hello, everybody hates you now. Diba? Consequence has nothing to do with the case, but there's also the consequence of nag-a-apply po ako ng job o UP schemers ako. Tanggapin niyo ba ako? Ako, hindi ko kayo tatanggapin pag namasukan kayo sa akin. Not because I want to limit your freedom of speech. You're free to say it, but I am not required to take you in as my employee. Sabi ni Cesar Arcega, may natutunan ba ang mga bata dyan sa UP? Yeah, I think so. I think they have. Kasi they're whining na about, hands off the schemers, threaten kami ng mga DDS. Kung di ka ba naman isang tangat kalahati, sa tingin mo, yung pagbabalahura ninyo sa presidente, hindi magre-react yung mga taong nagmamahal sa kanya? Please lang, huwag tatanga-tanga, hindi bagay sa scholarship ninyo. Sabi ni consequence din ba yung katangahan? Hindi, tingin ko yun yung source ng ng conflict, yung katangahan. Okay? Sabi ni Araceli Senido, these students have rebelling spirits instilled in them by these professors, bad and evil. I'm not sure. I had professors kasi who taught us that you have to challenge things. Challenge. Ganito yung sinasabi ng batas, challenge natin, dali natin sa Supreme Court, tingnan natin kung constitutional yan. Challenge. Challenge yung atin. The Aquinos are heroes. Ito ba yun? Challenge ko yan. Research ako. Challenge. So when students challenge the president, china-challenge nila yung limits ng pasensya ng presidente. Let's kill this president. Or, Berdugo, si Duterte. Tanga, yung mga followers ni Duterte. Challenge din natin sila. Sila nag-challenge. Libre ka ng challenge. In fact, you should be challenging. Challenge well-established norms so that we can break the previous ones, the ones that no longer work for us. Challenge. So some professors, if they know how to challenge their students end up like me. Or Ahmed. Or whoever else. Or people as bright as, the president. They need to be able to understand. Okay? Sabi ni Lea Jokno, there's no need to accept that there is no such thing as absolute freedom. They need to accept that there is need to accept absolute freedom. Para kang walang narinig. Yan, sabi ni Anisita, anong ikakasa sa mga students ng UP? Para kami walang narinig. Ito yung consequence ninyo, balikan nyo itong buong live na ito para makita ninyo na that is not even the right question to ask. Maraming salamat. Yung mga di pa nag-share, share naman po kayo dyan. Yung mga gusto magpadala ng chocolate, padala naman kayo dyan.
No.
Okay, maraming salamat dun sa pagtangkilik sa live dito sa Luminous. Maraming salamat dun sa mga matatalino ninyong comments. Hindi ako nagpapasalamat dun sa mga comments na tinetesting talaga yung pasensya ko, pero yaman din lamang na konti lang sa inyo ang i-delete ko. Maraming salamat at dun sa understanding ninyo that there are some things talaga that I'm going to say that will challenge some of the beliefs that you've held on to for a long time. Maraming salamat dahil pinapayagan ninyo yung space na ito na makapagturo sa inyo at maraming salamat din sa pagtatanggap ng mga naituturo dito. But what I say isn't gospel truth. You can also revise it. You can think whatever you want to think, but what I'm doing here is making the information available to you. Whether or not you're going to swallow this information is still up to you. Diba? And that's also the freedom here in this space. Some of the consequences of my actions here, some people won't like me, some people will love me, and some people won't care. That happens every day anyway, Kebs. Maraming salamat. I hope we all learned something. I know I did. I learned from everybody else here. Maraming salamat. Don't forget to like and share. Tambay naman kayo sa Luminous kasi baka ma-challenge ko din kayo doon. Good night.